Welcome. Welcome back to Star Citizen. The stream involving DeejayKnight. It is an absolute pleasure to have you. How do? Derek, hello. If you are here and you're on lurk, by all means, say words. We would love to hear from you. What up, fam? Seriously. Say words. Say words. What up? Good to see you. Hello. Hey. Hi. Hit me. I'm DJ. Had to hop in today. It's been a get stuff done kind of day. Like, the studio is much better off. I got the second AMS as an early Christmas present to myself. Connected it, and then need a hub for it. I didn't have the hub. So, and then the store was out of the hub, so I went and got the AMS for the A1 Lite, which apparently uses the same. Well, it doesn't use the same thing, but it's a 3D printer, so I 3D printed a part that people made, and then screwed it to the back of the X1. So now both of the AMSs are technically connected. So that's pretty awesome. I like to think. Darkman, what up? What up? Darkman, dog, what up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Okay. So, we got some stuff to get, but also I realized that we haven't done a thing. We didn't get our Luminalia goodies for the day. So let me double check. Tab out. Refresh this. I keep forgetting that this has to be refreshed every time. It's like, oops. Might want to do that. Might want to do it. Might want to do it. We might just want to do it all. Okay. So that should be good on all of the required stuff for that, which is nice. Also, how you doing today? Darkman and Derek. Good to see you, fam. Let me hop over here. Let me switch to the Luminalia tab and put some music on, because I feel like we're doing the thing. The least we could do is have some tunes. There we go. 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 Yeah, yeah. There we go. There we go. All right. Kicking the Steam download to download these games we be playing on occasion. Switch back to the main page. So, Luminalia 2953. Technically, today is Luminalia the holiday. It's been celebrated in game this whole time. Darkman Doug, what up? I'm disappointed that I was muted. Appreciate the heads up there, because, like, goodness, I literally have in the stream deck. The whole point of when I start the stream is that it's supposed to toggle the go live. So now I gotta, like, update it, because I feel like the old connection apparently isn't there. So let me move this to here. No, it's not audio. It's got to be the mic. Where's the mic? Huh? A bunch of the stuff is hidden. How rude. Interesting. What it's doing is it has changed the way some of it works, I guess. Delete that. I'm just gonna delete the old options that we had in here and just like replace them, because it's connected. It seems connected. So put this down. Nope, not that. Mic. Doing well. Glad to hear it, fam. Appreciate you, Kyle and Smith. Thanks so much. Let me delete this. And then wait. That. Right there. So move that up.
Hey, who man is this?
What? What you talking about? Alright, so now I'm gonna check this thing, because this is not doing the thing it's supposed to be doing. I dislike. Why do you dislike me, fam? Why do you dislike when we be doing what we supposed to do? Is Star Citizen a game that is hard for someone to get into, like if they haven't played a game like it? Alan, first things first, you probably haven't, because there's not too many games like it, but that's not like me being facetious. I'm not trying to be a dick. It's just, as somebody who's been playing games most of my life, it's tough for me to do things on occasion. It is difficult to get into, yes, but they have been doing a lot of work to make the user experience for new players better. And two ways off top of the head that they've been doing that are they just implemented tutorials. So if you start at New Babbage or Orison, no, New Babbage or Area 18, I believe it is. I don't know if it happens at Orison, but they basically have a tutorial, which the game is in alpha. So the idea of having a tutorial is occasionally awkward because it's like, how do we do this? How would they have? Like, the game mechanics aren't fully done yet, so how? But they've done a lot of work to get people back in the game, but they also have a guide system. So if you go to the website, they do have it set up to where you can find somebody to walk you through a lot of the important stuff. Oh snaps, we got One Punch. What up, One Punch Man? How you doing? It's always good to see Saitama show up in the streams because reasons. There's nothing wrong with being a superhero for fun. Just saying. Just saying. I'm gonna restart that because that is not working the way that it wants me to. Or should.
This is the way.
It is the way. Name new game One Punch Man 2024. Did they announce a new game for One Punch coming next year? I can't remember. What broke? Oh, that's the Castle Labs. I'm restarting it. Like, it was there and it was working. It's just all of the platforms weren't showing up. So I was like, let me tweak it real quick. Like, so I had to restart. How quickly did you scoop up the STLs? I actually have not yet because I saw that on the stream PC and I was not on the gaming PC, so I have not clicked anything yet. All right, so now let me log back into my accounts because it's just like, we don't believe you. What happens when you get logged out of your stuff? Sometimes you get logged out your stuff. On occasion, it's cool, but we gonna do, we gotta do. We gonna hop back in. Just said I was logged out. I literally just logged back in. How dare you? How dare? How dare? Right there. And want to understand the Star Citizen gaming community likes to help each other. They really do, Alan. You will find on occasion that there will be people who will do things that are very untoward. Somebody's going to troll you at some point, but that's, in my opinion, that's any game that you can PvP in any way. It's gonna happen. But it is an MMO, and I do like the fact that if you stay in an armistice zone, for example, like, you're not gonna have to worry about it because you're in an area that has a comm array, and the comm arrays are essentially the cameras of the verse. Like, hey, we watching you. Anytime you're in the range of a comm array, they're just like, hey, citizen, be aware, we're watching you. So if you do something illegal, oh, they know immediately. And just like another open world game where if you do things that everybody watches and finds out about, you're gonna find yourself found really quickly. So it happens. That's part of the process, but still enjoyable. What up, Screas again? All right, let me see. Let me check and see if it's done with its connecting. Nope, not yet. All right, let's try it again. Let's try it again. Let's do it live. Hello. Oh, you done yet? Success. Apparently I was logged out immediately after being logged in. Great. Oh well. I tried, man. Now I gotta figure out why it's not saving. We already forced closed it. Maybe we just gotta force close again. I've never done that. Lies. You only don't have proof because I don't have the VODs anymore. That's all that is, bro. All right, force close it again and then double check to make sure that all of the runtime EXEs are disabled. All right, cool. It seems like they're good. Interesting. Cypher, what up? Good to see you. You're not having the VOD. Seems like a you problem, not a me problem. Or we can give you a hot 600. Like, and then that's all of us problem. Happy holidays right back at you, bro. Sorry for all the questions. Do you think the game is still fun as a solo player? I play a silly amount of this game solo, and we have a full-on organization. Like, we've got an org that is all about bounty hunting and security providing. So if I can have fun by myself, yes. Feliz Navidad right back at you. Braga, good to see you. Also, hope the move's going well, not good, sir. All right, so we've given it enough time. We're good. I'm new and it's fun by yourself. See, we got backups in the chat. We got backups from the fam. Duolingo really trying to get me in there right now. It's like, you dropped out of the top 7. Bro, I'm busy right now. I'm literally doing work. How dare you? Let me see. I gotta log in again. All right, so let's log in again. See if it works this time, and hopefully it sticks. If it doesn't, man, I will. Blah, 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 da, da, blah, da, da, blah. No, it's rude. Nope. Blah, blah. It's not even remotely hitting the same notes that I'm trying to hit. I'm offended. It's supposed to be my backup. Like, nope. Not in today. Not today. What you plugging in? Oh, that's just an app that we use to combine the Chatterinos. It's just not letting me log into YouTube. So, oh. It's interesting. I'll call you about it tomorrow. All right, cool. And Braga, I'm doing well. How are you? What up? All right, so let's just leave it up the way we normally had it before that kicked off. Is the roadcast coming yet? No. I wonder if it was supposed to come in yesterday, and then UPS was just like, "We not delivering." They're like, "You didn't answer the doorbell," and it's like, we have a ring, so we know when people ring the doorbell. Nobody rung the door, so we'll sign on that. Also, because 2 things. 1, it's the holiday season, and I want to be a decent human, and 2, to make sure that we hopefully can avoid that in the future. I did a thing that I'm not gonna post on social about it or anything. The only people that are gonna see about it are the people that are in here right now. I posted this up on the front porch, and then I basically I printed out on the printer a notification. Like, it's a different one from the one I did last year, but this one, where did I save it? I think it's in the documents. I'll show you what it was, because I still think it's probably one of the coolest things that I've put on the door. It's on the door right now. I'm trying to see where I printed it to. I have a 3060 with 32 gigs of RAM. Is that enough to have a good playing experience? That is more than enough. That is beyond enough. That is double extra. That's extra sauce. I'm trying to have the sauciest everything. That's basically, you can play whatever you want, no matter where you want to play it. If I may. You know what? I just opened it on the computer because I don't know where it is. Okay, we're already in cam only mode. Acrobat. All right, so here's the flyer that I printed and put on the door. Oh, I actually have one over here. I had to reprint it because this one wasn't as colorful as it should be. So I put this on the front door. Maybe we gotta turn the lights. Let's see. Let's press this and reset them. No. Oh wait, is it not on? Great. How dare you? What are you doing? Stop. Thanks for the help. No worries. I hope you and your family have a happy holiday as well. Have you already hopped into Star Citizen, Alan? Or Deku, yeah, Deku's in here chilling. I got Cora in here chilling as well. Let's reset the cameras to their default brightness and then to lower it down. There it is. Let me tab over to this maybe. We're home. We want our presents. Open the screen door or for the ring bell. I'm on your left right now, but I have headphones in, so I may not hear a knock. Also, thank you for what you do. Grab a water and a snack or two. Had to put a little bit of rhyme in there because reasons. I'll be buying it today and I'm pretty excited. Sweet. If you don't have an account already, remember, using this referral code will set you up with gear. If you haven't made your account already, using this code literally gives you gear for Star Citizen. And I will post the link in the chat, even though you can't click it, like screenshot it and then copy it from the screenshot for the goodies. But yeah, you actually get a suit of armor. I'll show it to you in a minute. You do the advent calendar, even if you haven't played in a while. Oh, this, you could log in and get all these right now. All awards will be available to redeem until January 8th. So, two things. Let me put in an exclamation SC in chat. Boom. All right, so two things. One, I'm going to give you the enlist link so that if you haven't created an account, you can create one. And it basically says, hey, DeejayKnight told me to come and play Star Citizen. And that's for anybody who doesn't already have Star Citizen right now. The more people that we get to use this link, the more stuff I get to show off of the game as we play. So here's the link, if it lets me paste it. Do I run a Discord? I do. That's in the link in bio. Actually, if you look at my bio right now, there's a link tree, in fact, a tree of links. Clicking in there should do two things. One, the link to create an account in Star Citizen that I tried to post in chat is in there. And two, the link to the Discord is also in there. So you got options. Keo, what up? See you in a minute, Grandma. I have a similar note on my door just saying, hey, my desk right next door to my front door. Just knock and leave it at the door. I have a cold bottle of water if you need one. You ever get, I got the meanest deja vu just now. Like, it's still here. That's weird. That's weird. Where's the black cat? Who broke the matrix just now? Who changed something? What did you change? Yeah, bums. All right, but yeah, all of this stuff, if you haven't copped it, I will post the link for that as well, because all of this is literally free. Just free stuff. Just a bunch of free stuff just to do it. So let me see. Go to websites. I'm gonna post this link in all the chats, basically. Hold on. Everyone. Yeah. Hold on. I feel like Luminalia should be. I wonder if I feel like they're going to leave this website up until at least January 8th, which is nice because that means that you have a longer time to go and cop the goodies. Not home, but I'm going to email this myself for tomorrow. Noise. There it is on the Twitch. What is Star Citizen about? It is a MMO that is heavily focused on what Chris Roberts called the death of a spaceman. So it's one sec. Two things. One, it is a follow-up. It is like it branches off from Squadron 42, which is a single-player experience that they're currently developing. Now, they have said that Squadron 42 has gone feature complete, which means that we're going to see a lot more development into Star Citizen because the dev team actually will be able to hop in. And all the work that they would have been doing in Squadron 42, since Squadron 42 is feature complete, they're going to be doing it in Star Citizen. So, like, all of the stuff that they can show, they will. Oh, it did actually go the first time. Rude. Have I done my Baldur's Gate 3 Advent Calendar? I did not know that there was one. Thank you for the heads up. You know what I really like? I like this whole .game thing that games have been doing. I'm a big fan of that. Let's see. We invite you to a Christmas game in the world of Baldur's Gate 3. Start your adventure and earn rewards. What is this? Uh-oh. Measle? Do we get to pick all of them? Oh, we get to match them. All right, cool. So the bat, the bird. No, that's the bat. That's the bird. The bird. The bird is the word. Damn it, I meant to click this. It took me to see the same thing 3 times and be like, oh, it is a match. How the Grimishka stole Christmas in the taverns and halls where gossip's most prevalent is where tales are whispered of a creature malevolent who appears once a year on the feast of midwinter to take from the revelers kneecaps, noses, and fingers. She loathes Christmas joy, the mirth, and the cheer. Or so says your Nan, her eyes widened with fear. Ne'er go to her dwellings in the caves cross the river, else the Grimishka will get you, and she'll make you her dinner. Like, that's actually pretty nice. That's a nice little story. Okay, so that's one thing. With a Grimishka. And then let's go back to the calendar. Pour 2. Oh, it gets more detailed as you go on. I see what you did there. Hey, let's go. I was fully not expecting to get sidetracked with this. So we're going to go back to Star Citizen in a minute. But I could very easily see sticking with this. Ooh. Man, I legit thought that was a die that we were going to get in game. Like, let's go. I have accepted the terms and conditions like a 3D Blender. This is literally just a Baldur's Gate 3 advent calendar. Because essentially in Star Citizen we were checking out the I love this so much. In Star Citizen we were checking out the Luminalia calendar, which is 12 days of free things. Now I've gotten 11 of these days, right? Does anyone have an Aurora? I do. So let's check it out. Let's see what we get in order for those of you who haven't seen it before. I'm gonna leave that up and check it out later. But we got first day 1 is Cutter skins. So if you get a Cutter Rambler in this Luminalia situation, you get the goods. Part 2, Luminalia reward of a fancy little sweater with Pico on the front. 3, you get a Prospector skin, which is like the, I can't remember the names of them. One of them is Deck the Hull, which is a green and red holiday theme. And then the what's that one? Icebreak, the Icebreak library. So it's the white and blue for the Icebreak, and then the red and green for the Deck the Hull. Then we got the Luminalia mug, which actually would want that mug in my life. 5, we got the Vulture skin, so you get the Icebreak and the Deck the Hull. 6 is some fancy Luminalia cookies. I feel like this is awesome because we're gonna be getting hangers soon. They intend to give us hangers by summer, persistent hangers by summer. So like that's gonna be sweet. Let me get the Freelancer Icebreak Deck the Hull skin. We get a fancy LMG, the Ultraviolet Demico LMG. Number 9, we get another fancy sweater. No hard feelings. I don't even know what that is. Just look at it. This Luminalia, don't just strengthen your bonds with physical presence. Remember to offer your friends and family the most important thing you can, the gift of forgiveness. Featuring a cheeky member of the Ninetales gang that has been causing havoc in the Stanton system, this collab from Mui Mui and Vaporware shows that during the holiday season, anyone can turn over a new leaf. Fancy! Can't stay, but keep up the good work. Appreciate you, Retro. Thanks for coming and hang out with us. Appreciate you. Next, 10. We get the fancy F55 Alpine Sunset LMG, 1,000 rounds per minute rate of fire. And you get the red and wine Alpine, or the red and green Alpine Sunset skin. The 11 is fancy light sticks. You get the glow into the Glow Festival with Festival Luminalia light stick. I think this one's a little too much. It feels very DC right now. We're not in the mood to. I know the homie not gonna comment in chat in any second. I'm like, bro, like, why would you not let the DC vibes rock? Sorry, fam. 12. Let's see what we got. Ooh, Luminalia Day 12, Scalpel Permafrost Sniper Rifle, and CZ Knifey. We got a Scalpel Sniper Rifle and a Knifey. Yeah.
Hey, who man's is this?
We got a sniper rifle. We got a sniper rifle, and that knifey. That knifey. That's easy. Let me complain. CZ knife was crafted with meticulous attention to detail, balance, and usability. So it's perfectly balanced, as all things should be. But TLDR, let's keep it pushing. Let's scroll it up. So if you haven't checked out the Luminalia Festival, not only do you get 4 skins, 2 pieces of clothing, 3 weapons, 2 little random things that you can just leave in your hangar and be fancy out. And then I don't even use a lot of light sticks, but the idea that you can use a fancy holiday themed light stick is pretty nice in my opinion. But actually, I need to get glow in the dark PLA, because I'll print that if I can get some glow in the dark PLA. Is that knifey? We got the knifey. So let's check it out. And then we look up Spirited Competition, a couple convivial contests. They have a holiday greeting card contest, and then take on the SIG staff and a reigning commander contest. So if you win against them, actually, I don't even know what you get against them if you win. Let's find out. I want to find out. I like free stuff. So today is the last day. What? Okay. Yeah, I think that's 2 a.m. So yeah, that's already over. If you win X1 Force, woo, that's cool. Placing the top 3 in the leaderboard for the winning team in that match to win the prize. So even if you were number 4 and there were 3 and the 3rd person was a SIG staff member, you technically got an X1. That's awesome. Got the calendar link. I did just post it in chat a little bit ago, so let me post it again. So make life easy. Let's go back and let's pin that shit. Let's pin that. It's pinned. So anybody hopping in can go and check out the Luminalia calendar because reasons. Okay, wait, so there's Baldur's Gate or... Wait a minute, I missed that. What's that say? Baldur's Gate 3 a Star Citizen if I had to buy one in your humble opinion. Ooh. I feel like that's not even a... By default, Skriz is spot on. My answer to that would be yes, because I feel like both is good. But if you only had the chance to get one, I would say go with the one that is as done as possible for what you need. If you prefer Sci-Fi to D&D, Star Citizen will be your choice. You would go in understanding that the game is not done, and then anytime you're trying to buy something or do anything in game, even when you try to start the game, they're like, hey, you know this is not done right. Whereas Baldur's Gate 3 is a complete experience. But it's also single player or co-op. Star Citizen is an MMO, so different play style. So it depends on what you want out of your game. Do you want to be able to play with a bunch of buddies and then still have the potential to get into fisticuffs with other people? Maybe. Star Citizen might be your choice. If you prefer to keep it co-op and not have to worry about wrecking people, Baldur's Gate is easy. But also, I don't know, I just feel like it's a real tough decision because gameplay wise, they're very different games. So I don't want to just say one because I'm happy with both game types, but some people are like, I only do shooters, man. Baldur's Gate would not be the game for you. But again, personal preference. Cashew, I'm not T-Pain. I plead the fifth. I feel like T-Pain would be offended coming in here. Not to say I'm an ugly dude, but like T-Pain would still be like, that's not me, my guy. All right. So yeah, this is the team elimination and gun rush modes. If you play an arena commander, you get to play the top winners of those matches. If you get at the very top of the leaderboard in one of those, you get a festive holiday Pico. So until January 8th, you get to do that. So if you don't have Star Citizen yet, go get it and you can still do it. Save up and get both. I mean, again, yes, you were right the first time. Yes, but if you want a complete experience that you don't have to worry about as many bugs, you want to go with a complete done game, Baldur's Gate would be your decision. Go into Star Citizen understanding that it is not finished. They are still working on it and it's going to crash. You're going to have bugs. Not as much the case in Baldur's Gate 3. And then we got Luminalia gifts, which literally pinned on Twitch. You get these free goodies. Who doesn't like free goodies, right? And then oh yeah, also yeah. I was talking to Alan earlier, and the reason I put the link in chat for signing up via my link is because of this referral promo. This is what the referral is for Luminalia. As the person that picks up the referral, if you use somebody's referral link during this event, you get this sweet backpack. That sweet, what is it called? The Aero Quicksilver backpack, which is a cool looking backpack. You get this entire Triple C AV's armor set. And I feel like that's going to be, is it Tavarin? That are the birds? Because that's a very bird-like mask. Kevy Kev show with the raid. Appreciate you, fam.
This is the way.
Thank you much. Thank you much. Trying to upgrade games in Steam is not letting my laptop happy, causing streaming to struggle. I am sorry to hear that. Been ruined by busy internet at home. That sucks. But I feel like having business internet is probably having fiber, which that's worthy of being ruined. But we get the full armor set: helmet, legs, arms, core, and the core is your chest. You get the crimson undersuit, which is right below this. You get the FS9 Stoneface LMG, which is one of my favorite LMGs in the game in its entirety. Like, look at that. Look at it. It's great. What do you find these days? Mostly the Vulture, because I like making money with it. Kevy Kev, I'm doing well. How are you, fam? How was your stream? What were you up to? Thanks for bringing your community by. Then you get the Pyro Bloodline multi-tool and attachment. So you get the mining attachment, salvage, the True Hole tractor beam, and healing. So you can go do some mining. You can salvage random stuff off of a ship, and then fix yours tractor beam to pick up boxes, heal yourself or your buddies. You get the Pathfinder pistol, which that little fancy pistol right there. These are the attachments for the multi-tool. That's the medical, that's the mining, that's the tractor beam, that's the multi-tool itself. And then you get the Sawtooth Bloodstone Combat Knife. That's the Bloodstone Knife, right? There's noise. Then you get the Luminalia Deck the Hull Drake Caterpillar paint. And for me, I haven't referred anybody to this whole Luminalia. So if anybody uses my link and grabs it, I get this fit. So it's the same Triple C AV's gear. We get the same FS9, except if you notice, the referee gets red, the referrer gets green. And the difference is, as the person who uses the referral, you get a caterpillar skin. So if you rent a caterpillar in game, or you save up and get one, or you get the caterpillar paint, which is just nice. But you also fancy backpacks aplenty for everybody. That's the green undersuit. Same pistol, same multi-tool, just different colors. Because I feel like the referee, the person who gets referred, gets a red and gold multi-tool, which is just nice. It's just fancy. But yeah, using somebody's referral link who already has Star Citizen, when you sign up and get something, get a game package, should I say, you get armor and they get armor. So if you're going to make an account, don't not get the free stuff. Don't. I love how what's in it for me. Recruiting one friend during the promotion gets you the armor set and all the gear. What's in it for them? The player you refer gets the gear. Yep. Oh, the person who does the referring gets the red gear, and then the person who gets referred gets green. I had it backwards. My bad. Also, that actually makes a whole lot of sense, because the person who's been playing for a while gets the caterpillar paint, and the person who's new gets the aurora paint. I like it. And War has been going off about, like, fam, that's a paint for that ship. They've been labeling them as paints. And for those curious, if you were worried, if you were concerned, and like, hey, DJ's not telling me everything about this, I will literally show you the referral program right now. There's a page. I shouldn't have to go through a bunch of links. Is it just referral program? Boom. So this is my referral code. You see it on the screen right now elsewhere, but like, this is mine. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Scrolling down, I'll show you exactly where I am and exactly what you can get if you refer people to Star Citizen, or the path that I've gone by referring people to Star Citizen since I played and streamed so much. This is what happened. You get the Badgers at 1 recruit. In addition to the fact that Luminalia is happening, you also get armor. Luminalia 2953 bonus, as that. Gimbals and guns. So you get 2 gimbal mounts and then the 007 Bulldog repeaters. And I feel like since they're changing the way that gimbals work, this is actually going to be going away. And it's just going to be the Bulldogs. Then we get the Surf and Turf, which since they're bringing in the persistent hangers soon, you will be able to get do this. All right, that's far enough. One down. There we go. So the Surf and Turf gets you a gray cat buggy and a fish tank with some fish in it. Now, I've used to see this all the time before they took the hangers out. They took the hangers out for good reason, but they're coming back persistent by this summer. It's gonna be nice because then we actually will be able to put the fish tanks out and then pull up these gray cat buggies and just drive around the hangers again. I missed that. Next up, we get the Gladius in gold. Now, this is actually going to be something specifically for your hangar. So you get to put your new Aegis Gladius. So they give you a Gladius. Notice that doesn't mention Arena Commander, so that you just get a Gladius. You refer 10 people to the game, you have a ship. But yeah, then you get like a display case that has gold versions of the Aurora, Constellation, Hornet, Avenger, and Freelancer. And the next 2 referral levels are Arena Commander racing gear, racing and combat packages. So you get 4 Arena Commander permanently unlocked: the Origin 350M, the 350R, the Mirai M50, because I feel like they switched over to Mirai instead of Misk, and the Consolidated Outlands Mustang Gamma, which is a racing ship in Arena Commander. And you also get 15 grand in game. The Arena Commander combat package gets you 30 grand in game, but also you unlock the Cuddy Black, the Aegis Hornet. Is it Aegis? I feel like it's Anvil. Is it Anvil? I can't remember. I used to have their emote as like one of the emotes in stream. Let's see. The bonus is granted when a new player uses your referral code and pledges for a starter pack or ship, minimum $40 in the pledge store. Correct. That's why I was pointing out, like if somebody gets a package, because right now you can't get a package cheaper than $40. So I was saying, like if you get yourself a ship, that's what you get. But you are correct. It is minimum $40. You can get up to a Javelin Nice. Yeah, if you refer 2017 people to the game, try to play Star Citizen, how'd it go? But yeah, after the Arena Commander package, you get the Speed Racer. So you get the no longer Misk, the Mirai Razor, which is nice. It's actually really fast. And it also reminds me very much of like F1 racing cars. At Lieutenant Colonel of 100 referrals, you get the Vandal Blade, which I have. At 200, you get the Vandal Glaive. I have a Glaive. I have currently a CCU that is basically going to cross-chassis upgrade the Glaive to the Galaxy, which is a ship that I have been excited about since the minute that I knew it existed. And then once we found out that once they talked about building bases, that the Galaxy will be able to do some building of bases as well. That's pretty fancy. Then we get where we are currently is the last referral that I got was for the Glaive. Our next goal is 500. I think we're in the 320-ish. I feel like I'm gonna double check after we get done talking about this, but I feel like anytime I click the page, it gives a little bit of secret info that I don't want to put it out to the universe. So I'm gonna check that, but I'm gonna switch camera scenes and then open it up. But the next level, once we get to it, we will end up getting a Anvil Terrapin and an Anvil Hurricane, which the Terrapin is much like the tortoise it's named after. It is shelled. It's got a really solid hull, but it's also meant for exploration. It's got really good scanners in it. And the Hurricane is I feel like a medium fighter. And then at 1,042 referrals, you get to the Million Mile High Club access. Party at the trendiest club in the verse, the Million Mile High Club is an exclusive in-game facility for the most dedicated Star Citizen fans. I am very curious to see what this looks like because I know it exists and I want it. Then we get the Star Crossing. If you get to 2017 referrals, you get the Aegis Javelin, one of the UEE Navy's premier ships, which is pretty nice. We need to DJ to that javelin. Yeah, but like that means people got to use the link, use the referrals, and then sign up on my link. Just sign up with it, just a little bit. But I mean, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I would like it because we want to show off the javelin on stream. Also, having a javelin seems pretty boss. But the cool part is, we would need the entire community to fly that thing around. All right, so the referral program, let's see. I'll show you exactly where I am. I'm a fan of transparency, fam. So let's zoom it in. You can see it right, y'all. So we are currently at 325 recruits, even though it says 322 right here. It said 322, but apparently we're at 325. I don't know why it counts. Somebody bought, so last person counted in November, which was nice. But we have 175 to go until we get to the anvil ship package, which I think is pretty cool in and of itself. And when they say the points unlock rewards automatically, they literally, the second we get to 500 referrals, it will pop it in there. We'll have it in the inventory. Game's pretty cool, and I'm unsure of what to do. It feels like a sim game so far. Well, the key is lifeless. It literally is a sim game. That's what they're aiming for. That's the goal. I want to see if I can find the death of a spaceman on the website, because I feel like that is one of the key parts of why the development of the game has gone the way that it's gone. Right? It's their goal. See if it's easily findable through here. Cause I feel like it wasn't a calling all devs, but I'm gonna scroll up. There it is. My goal with Star Citizen is to build a universe that I want to play in day after day, one that fully immerses me in the environment and stories that happen around me. In Star Citizen's persistent universe, I want events to happen, governments to fall, wars fought, and players becoming legends. I want to see a Galactopedia that grows from week to week, reflecting not just the ongoing content Cloud Imperium plans to continually generate, but also the great deeds achieved by players. To achieve this, let me see how far we got to go down this page. That's a lot. We're not reading all that. How many lives will I get? The exact number of lives will be balanced as the development game progresses. Intentions to allow multiple deaths before you're properly dead. So expect to wake up in the med bay at least half a dozen times, if not more. Getting this point won't be common unless you're participating in a lot of boarding actions or flying in areas where there is no law and order. Please note that it will not ultimately be a single static counter. Taking different risks and dying in different ways will impact your overall survivability at different rates. Remember, the key to Star Citizen is visceral realism. Now, I feel like at some point this may change, or has changed a little bit, because one of the things that they've done is you basically have your DNA and you just get respawned. Now, maybe they change that once we get toward launch, but maybe they don't. I don't know. There's a lot to it. But the funny thing is, we've been in game this whole time. I mean, technically we hadn't picked a server yet, but like the server's been up. Like the game has been open. I really like that track. Dude, I literally just clicked pause. How dare you? How many times do I have to click pause for you to actually pause? It's so confused. Okay, so weird. But yeah, it is definitely a sim, and that's, in my opinion, what makes it awesome. So let's see who's on. Ooh, Captain Jimmy Dean's in there. I might hop in the Caps server. Oh, Swamp Thing's in there. All right, got the Mando in there. Got a bunch of the Night Corps. Join them. Let's see what the server like. Let's see what the server's like. And if the server's frame rate is good, because if the server's rate is trash, we slide right back out immediately. Well, did you like making your fall damage short? Yes. It was painful, but yes. Also, how you doing, Dark? All right, let's see where did we even land? Damn. That seems to be a frame rate of the gods. Hello, I'm having a frame rate of the gods right now in Star Citizen. Pip pip and cheerio and whatnot. Blah 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 blah. There we go. Pip pip and cheerio. Blah 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 blah. Ah.
Mid game, play Last of Us Part 2 instead.
If I wanted to play The Last of Us Part 2, I would be playing The Last of Us Part 2. Good try though. Well played. In the meantime,
Hey, yo, who mans is this?
somebody come get your mans. Let me go play. Somebody come get your mans. Come get your boy. Oh, I love it. I forgot that I literally spawned. I went to bed in my ship. So we should still be out in space. Let's go. All right, let's see what the server FPS is talking about, because it seems solid. It might just be because we're away from everything. Yup, seems like it's a 6, so it's probably gonna get framey when we get near places. It's gonna get real framey when we get into the cities, but in the meantime, we good. And yes, it is only on PC. How's the servers? This one is I. Doing Jumptown tonight? No. I feel like if I get involved with Jumptown, my involvement with Jumptown will be exclusively making it rain. That's a lovely Jumptown you have. It'd be a shame if they were bombs. Drop it on it.
Hello and welcome aboard your
Is this game eventually going to console? What do you mean console?
Your systems are online.
The boot.
Online.
Get the cruise going on. Boot. Whoa, look at it. Look at it.
Fam, somebody look at this mid game. Look at the mid game. That game mid. Look at all these beautiful looks at the way this game plays. It's so extra mid.
No, it's not. Do you have a tractor beam on your Vulture 2 that have you messed up? I do. But the cool part is the tractor beam you can turn off. You can only select one side if you want. So right now, technically I have 2. Because I was like, since I prefer the abrade scrapers, I rented another Vulture. I took the abrade scraper off it and put it on this one. So I have 2 abrades, which makes it way faster to actually go in and salvage hulls. And then I have 2 tractor beams just for the funsies. Like, do they do anything? I don't know. Like, I haven't needed to. I don't think it'll even tractor anything because there's nothing to tractor, but like, why not? Curious this game, when this game is fully done to be fully released, are you going to do voice attack for the game? Probably. Oh, console. Nah, it's not a roast. Misspellings happen. I feel like I wouldn't expect this on a console anytime soon. I feel like it'll probably be the next generation of consoles before we see it on console, and not for lack of try. I think this game requires so much more. I don't know what Money from Nothing is about, but I feel like it's a quest probably to one of these derelict settlements. Everyone to make credits just magically appear. A bunch of old CCB credit terminals are currently active and faking bank transactions to siphon off funds to whoever controls the terminals. If you want in on the action, I'll sell you the coordinates for a small fee. Better hurry if you want to make a play for it. Don't know how long it'll stay up and running. I'm not in the mood to do that. It's not a bad idea. I just don't want to get the crime stat right now. Let's see. Vulture's a good ship. Best money ever sent. You know what's funny about that, Commander Dark? You really could just rent it in game. I think it's 1.2 mil credits at New Deal. At this point, I tell people regularly, you don't have to spend any money on this game except for the $40 it takes to get a pack. I would recommend getting the Cutter Rambler or the Cutter in the beginning, so like $50. But then I don't ever have to worry about in-game money. True, because salvage is good money. Salvage is real good money. All right, so let's see. Mike L4, Arc L3, Crew L5. So MNH 4, A3 C5. So we'll do one thing as salvage, and then we'll slap it today because it's late. It's a late stream, great stream. But also, I can't be on here all night, fam. Like, it's been an hour. Plus, it was extra money ahead of time when I was in the service. Not anything I'd miss. Fair. Appreciate the follow, Robbie. Thanks. Got too much invested. Well over 1,000. I mean, I too live the concierge life. I don't think it's a thing of like needing to do anything extra. I feel like you've already done plenty. You supported the game, but also same. I've done the same. I feel like we still are going to get another cutter package because Sig gave us an X1 Force to give away. I feel like a regular X1 to give away. I gave away paints with that. They gave us a cutter Rambler to give away. I gave that away. I think I'm gonna buy another cutter Rambler and maybe paints for that to give away as well. Fell in love with your ships. I mean, as you should. Made over 10 milli past 2 weeks salvaging, as it should be. Just don't need it, but it's nice to have a Retaliator and a Vulture. Oh, I'm not gonna get a Tally. To be fair though, I have way too many ships. When I go to a ship terminal, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So Arc L3, Crew L5. I think I just gotta keep it tight today. Arc L3, Crew L5, and it's a Starlifter? No, I'm never gonna finish that. Never gonna finish that. I could do a Scorpius. I rocks with the Scorpius. I rocks with the Scorpius. Drag I feel like that's literally here. Like we just gonna fly a little bit and be fine. Look, 83 kilometers. Easy money. Just got the Galaxy and have a Carrack as long as I'm stoked. I've had the Carrack for a long time, and I didn't just get the Carrack. Right, like I've been buying ships over time. My first game of Star Citizen, I streamed it, and the community was like,
"Hey DJ, how about you just how about you get a 350?"
And I was like, all right, cool. And they tipped so that I could get a 350. So I got a 350. And they were like, hey, you should get a Hornet. And then somebody tipped the difference between the 350 and the Hornet. And then they were like, nah, fam. You should get a Super Hornet. And then they tipped the difference for me to get a Super Hornet. So my Star Citizen experience started with people saying like, nah, get these beefy ships. Here you go. So from then on, since I was working full time, I had a full-time job. I was still teaching, and I was streaming basically full-time hours because Lala wasn't there, so I was streaming, and then we hung out because we were streaming. We just melted non-stop ships because I would be giving packages away. I'd buy a package to give away and then keep a package for me because of reasons. And then people would be tipping for the giveaway packages, so that made it easy. And then over time, it's just like, you have a bunch of ships. And then like a new ship would come out, and it's like, I'm broke. Do I want to CC you for like $10 and then have that new ship? Yes, let's. So like it's just literally just been CCU on top of CCU. And then the Carrack came out. I think it was right around the time. It was right before it came out. I think it was the 2018 or 19 is the expiration pack that I have. And then it was like, let me just melt all of my ships and get that. And then we flew around in the Carrack when it finally hit the verse and had a great time. And then since then, it's just like I've been CCUing just random stuff, buying packages for other people, give them away, keep playing. It all just adds up. It's a great time, having a fantastic time of things, and just not complaining because it's all love and joy. It just continues getting better. Just started Star Citizen this week with my buddies. Any tips in terms of mining or salvaging? Depends on which you prefer, because I have not done a lot of mining. I have a prospector. Haven't done a lot of mining. I've been doing more salvage than anything, and I love the new salvage gameplay. Previously, the way that salvage worked was you do what you do now. You salvage a hull, but you would only be able to salvage about 2 boxes worth, because if you had auto eject on, if you're solo flying, you basically would fill up one of the boxes. It would let you know, boom, we're ejecting. So you stop salvaging for a second, let it eject, you keep salvaging. And when that second box filled up and started to eject, you just had to deal. You had to stop salvaging, get up from your seat, go down to the cargo bay, move the first box with your tractor beam. If you didn't have a tractor beam, make a tractor beam. You can make, this is why I love the fact that like when it happened, it clued me into the fact that we would be getting the ability to make our own stuff, like weapons eventually in game, because it said like, hey, look, you want to make a tractor beam multi-tool? You want to make a multi-tool and you want to make the tractor beam attachment? I was like, yeah, I do. And I did. So when you move those 2 boxes, not anymore, not 2 boxes anymore, because it would take that first box that was still in there, and then it would take most of that to make that multi-tool. But if you had the multi-tool already, you just moved those 2 boxes, you sat back down, and you kept mining or salvaging. Now they put the depot in there of like 30 or 13 spaces 13 boxes full of recycled material, composite, or construction materials. So you can literally, we found a 100i, we salvaged it, then we fractured it, and then it's not munched, but we munched it, because I'm not gonna say we sucked it up like a straw, like
phrasing?
No, we munched it. So we got the 100i, and then we found a Corsair, I think was the next ship up. We couldn't fully get all of the stuff in the Corsair, but one thing I saw was we filled up the entire cargo bay. There's only 12 guaranteed spots in the cargo bay in the Vulture. You have, I think it's 4. No. Yes. I think it's 12. Let me verify, because I feel like it's got to be 12. Otherwise, the 13 wouldn't be what it is. So before we get to salvaging this Scorpius, let me double check, because I feel like it's 4 stacked. You got 2 side by side, and then 3 forward. So you got 3 going back, but like there's 2 side by side and then 2 tall. So you get 3, you get full 12 across all of it. Yep. Now the cool part is you got those 4, you got those 8, you got those 12, and that's 13. You can still stack up a whole nother 8, 12 right here. And then we were silly enough to stack 2 more here to make 14, 2 more here to make 16, and then we ejected one of them and then pulled it up so that it could eject another one. But that didn't work. But we did have like, it was like, let's see, that was 8, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. We had 23 boxes in here, and then we still salvaged until we had another 13 boxes full in the depot. So technically, which is why I get the feeling they're going to change that, because we literally had 37 crates worth of recycled material, composite, and construction materials on this ship. It was great. We had a 24 inside the Vulture. I had problems finagling around, and I didn't want to take chances with it. But the idea that you can fit that much, they're probably going to change that. But it's either way, good money. The fact that if you can do box missions in another ship and get to having a bunch of extra money in this game, do it. Because then you get 1.2 million, and then you get this salvage. You just get paid. It was great. What upcoming features are you most excited for? Everything they announced at CitizenCon that we're going to be getting by summer, basically, Dabby. Well, I like the Reclaimer 240. See, I feel like the Reclaimer is too much ship for me. Like, you need to have a crew, essentially, if you're going to rock the Reclaimer. Because the distance you have to walk from the cockpit to the area where you have to deal with the salvage is sky high. I don't want that in my life. That's how full my Vulture was when I told you about it, where I was sweating anytime I heard it rattle. Yeah, as it should be. Because it was a lot. It was a lot. Vulture is so expensive, though. Guess we will suffer with doing the missions to try and get it. I mean, 1.2 million game is not super wild, especially since you can give people money now, which means you can earn money, do missions. Like, you go do a couple bunker missions with your buddies and then save money, or you do one of the high value target missions or the high risk target missions, and then take your people to salvage the ships that you get done. Once you get done racking them, you salvage the ships, and then you get their construction materials, and you sell all that, and you split it by the amount of people. Like, once you got the missions and everybody has the mission and you shared it, everybody gets paid from the mission. But then, like, since salvaging exists and you're going to a ship that's already out in space, it's already out here floating. Since it's already out here, you might as well do something with it. You're gonna leave. If you're gonna leave and the ship's gonna go away, you might as well call somebody out, make some money off of it, because everything you do in this game is probably going to end up in the soft death of a ship if it's combat related. And if it's going to end in the soft death of a ship, it literally was made specifically for people to salvage. So dubs all day. And then if you get really wild, right, like you get a bunch of people, like Squares is pointing out the C1, right? C1 is literally the ship that made me melt my Cuddy Black. I don't want a Cuddy anymore. C1's too pretty. just too pretty. It's way too pretty. There's no reason to be that pretty. And it has more cargo space? Don't care. Don't care. I know I'll get roasted by the Cuddy Black enthusiasts. Don't care. But no, it's, you take 2 vultures to a high value target mission where your target is like a vanguard, and you take out the vanguard and you don't explode it. You soft death it, and then it's literally just sitting there like, it's gonna get melted soon. You can take your buddies inside, you go clear it, make sure everybody is out of it, nobody's in there waiting you, cause you problems. You find any boxes they had stored in it, you take those into your ships, if they're valuable, right? You take those boxes out, and then once all the boxes are gone, you take a couple vultures, maybe a reclaimer out, you just melt it, and then take all the materials. Dubs. What do you use for bounty? The quilted quicker picker upper. But no, it depends on the situations. I don't really do a lot of combat, surprisingly. I have a Scorpius, and I melted a bunch of stuff to make sure that I can get my hands on an F8 Lightning. So likely I'm going to spend a lot of time with the F8 Lightning, just wrecking NPCs because reasons. And yes, Chris, the C1, I feel like Origin is quickly becoming my favorite manufacturer. If they made a C1 series, not Origin, Crusader, if they took a C1 and they put, instead of having the bay in the back, they gave us like 1/2 of that, and the other half was space for like ejecting stuff for refining, like this. I would never have this. Smart with the referral code. I'm trying, because like, if you were thinking about playing the game and you use that referral code, you get whole suits of armor. For those who don't know, like, if you use that referral code and you cop the game, specifically one of these packages, I feel like you need to go no further than these. The Aurora MR is a great starter ship. Mustang Alpha is also a great starter ship. My personal reference and preference, if I'm going to tell somebody to get into Star Citizen, I would highly recommend they start with something like the Cutter. The Cutter is, in my opinion, the best starter ship. As much as I love the Avenger Titan, I love the Avenger Titan. The entire Avenger series is my favorite because the Avengers have the Stalker, and the Stalker is a bounty exclusive ship. So if you're talking about what I use for bounties, my preference would be to use that out of principle, just because Crusader Security uses it, and you got 6 bays. Like, once they add in the cuffing gameplay that they're going to be adding by summer, hopefully, do you understand that we will literally be able to cuff people and then put them into our squad cars? Let's go. How popular are the servers? Each server holds up to 100 players right now. They are currently working on the server replication. The replication layer, which is a whole other server that's basically gonna, its whole job is to pinpoint where things are in the verse. And every server will pull its data to match where everything is. So they could have one ship be its own server. And if enough people join the area, they could write the code to say, hey, look, 50 people are in this area. Make this its own server. Let it run smooth. And then since the server replication layer is pulling all the data, every other server will recognize it. And since you can interact with stuff, even if it's not on your server, that is literally what the net code that they've been hoping to have running for years gets done. And I am so excited about it. Like, for real, for real. Started the day with the Aurora and ended the day with the 400i. Damn, that's impressive. But yeah, we can run to other players. Literally, I can just go to another city and see another player right now. I just don't want to, because right now I like being out in the wild, gathering up as much money as I can. So this is the next move for salvaging. Is now that we've got it, the whole stripped, it's time to fracture it. If you haven't seen a fracture, you're about to. It really does seem like the ship is super chilly, right? Like, I was worried about that paint. I was like, man, why is it so icy? Play before work tonight, maybe an hour or so. Make about 3.5 milli just fracture ships. It's so good. It's so good. Hey, let go. And now that it's fractured into its own little pieces, it's time to move on to the next phase, disintegration. So this is where it gets real nice. Oh, did I already eat it up? No, it didn't. Gotta click it. There we go. How do you do that? Alt W switches to fracture mode, and then right click switches to disintegration mode. And if you notice, that's what the teeth in there are for. The teeth grind up the little particles even further than they already were. So like the whole thing just gets munched up. So you get in a little close to make sure you don't lose value. Boop. This is salvaging. And yeah, they're going to nerf it because that's how it works. Like, it's a game that is currently in development, so everything is up in the air right now. Until this game launches, everything has the potential to change. That's it. So they're going to nerf it, yeah, but it's still going to be fun. I have to sell an admin office and RMCs at TDD. You know, I understand that you are frustrated that you have to sell at two different places. I agree. But I just found a tip yesterday to help me gather at New Babbage. And basically, so yeah, like if you notice on the right side of the screen, like you can't see it on the clock, but they basically give you all the new shortcut keys or the keybinds. But yeah, it's gonna let you. We're gonna actually go land. So since I already said once we get done with this one, we're gonna land, and then I'm gonna slide for the night. We're gonna go land at New Babbage, and then sell off what we have at one place. Like, I like being out in space because it's nice, it's easy, but let's go sell off at one spot. I didn't know about it until yesterday, and now that I know about it, I'm never gonna not know about it. It's great. Area 18, they're right next to each other. That's a plus. I've not gone to Area 18. I've heard about Area 18's being, and yes, you do have to sell it in an admin office to sell the, I think it's the construction materials. It's either construction materials or RMC, and then TDD takes the other. But the cool part is if we start in New Babbage, for example, I like New Babbage because Area 18 for a while for me had been problematic as far as like loading in, right? So like we got 3 each, so let's just go ahead and hit that eject, let it auto load. Area 18 had been very buggy as far as like lag. So like, I mean, to be fair, all the cities are laggy no matter what you do, but once they get Vulcan in, that's going to help considerably. But since cities were laggy, I've been sticking with New Babbage more just because for me it's just a little bit easier. Give me that. Come on. Give it. There we go. And then hold R, rotate. So down, rotate some more. Alright, cool. Now scroll wheel, move it back to the back of the ship. Pick it up, move it. So we don't have to wait for 6 spots. We can just move these and then do what we do. That's there, and then this. Move this back, put this up here. And when you go to sell, it'll tell you, hey, look, you have stuff that is off your cargo grid. Do you want to get it? So it's not the same building, but it's, I mean, it's not the same storefront, but it is in the same space. Here. Sweet. Move Moving up. Staying it up there. I think that was the last one. Yes, cool. All right, let's get these last 3, and then we turn in, and I'm done for the night. Live on Crusader. Oh, well then, TDD. I know where TDD is. It's right across from the dorms, but I don't know where the admin office is in the Crusader. I need to look for it. But you can sell everything at New Babylon. Because I know if you go to like a space station, you have to be at one of the major cities. If you go to a space station, they're not going to accept everything. You can go to the admin office and everything. Well, you can't sell that here. Well, but even if you could, like, there's still the TDD to worry about. I'm so glad that this is what they changed the salvaging gameplay to, because this is just a much better game loop. TDD takes RMC, yeah, and that means that the admin office takes the construction materials. I couldn't remember which. I just know that it's one or the other. Force and admin is on Providence platform to the left when you get off the metro. Like when you get to the metro, when you get off the metro, once you're going to the spaceport. Interesting. You know what? I'll take your advice, because we're closer to Orison than we are Crusader. Like, than we are Microtech by far. So like, let's not travel all that way. This is a much shorter trip, and I get to get off and then go hang out with the family for the rest of the night. Before the spaceport. So like at the dorms? Like, because there's multiple spots. It's the hospital exit from the metro, and then there's the dorms exit, and there's another one entirely. See the big blue building to the right and the industrial stuff on the left, and you get off the shuttle. The admin stuff is in the industrial area. Extra buffer stores in the Vulture's Gate. It really is. The other one, not the one with the dorms. Okay, so the hospital one. So if the TDD is to the right in the industrial, I'm trying to remember where the industrial stuff is on the left. I mean, we're going to find out. Dorms of the with hospital in Orison. Yes. Talking a totally different platform. Okay, cool. Good. Oh, we're going to figure it out shortly because reasons. Also, if you were going to hop into Star Citizen today, don't forget, use this referral code. It's up here on Twitch. It's down here on TikTok. Use that code. Get yourself some armor and some weps. And again, get the cutter, because the cutter's great. I still am going to lean toward the Titan for all intents and purposes, because the Titan still has 2 ways to get to the cockpit versus the cutter. All of the variants of the cutter only allowing you to get, basically to get into the ship, you have to go in through the ramp in the back. The Titan allows you to go through the ramp in the back, but you can also just hop straight into the cockpit. It's nice. It's nice. Dorms and hospitals on the same platform. I thought they were separate because you have the bridge that connects them. Interesting. I didn't know that was technically one platform. Hey, DJ, sell me on getting this game. I can't do that, Lumpy. Like, to be fair, I'm not gonna sell you on getting the game, because it's up to you if you want to do it, right? It's an MMO. If you don't like MMOs out the gate, it's not for you. It's not done. If you don't like that out the gate, it's not for you. I realized over time that most of the games we play on this stream are early access. In fact, if I look at my top 10 games, Elite Dangerous and Star Citizen were results of Kickstarters. No Man's Sky was essentially an indie game that Sony published. Magic the Gathering is one of them. Warframe, Digital Extremes. Warframe was not what it is now when it launched, so I would count that as early access. Next up is GTA 5. That's Rockstar, that doesn't count. Escape from Tarkov is the 7th game. Cyberpunk 2077, considering its launch date, even though CDPR is its own developer, its own publisher, we can't technically consider it early access or indie, but they are their own publisher, which is nice. So right now we're looking at Star Citizen, Elite Dangerous Early Access, Warframe Early Access, Escape from Tarkov Early Access. Then we get Cyberpunk, which is still great. War of the Warships. I don't think War of the Warships was done when it launched. We played War of the Warships in alpha. We played lots of it. Then we got Just Chatting, which doesn't really count. But in my top 10, half of them, Jones, are early access games. And then we go to 11, Paragon, which was also early access. So much early access that they just like, let it go. Let it go. You're not playing. So 6 out of those 11 early access games, and that's just the top 10. So yeah, we play a lot of games that are not done. So for me, there's that. Aside from that, if we're talking into one of the reasons that I'm getting in, that I'm still in this game, is that they're trying to do things that no one's ever done before. And I've adopted the saying, to do things that have never been done before, you have to do things that no one's ever done. And to that point, this is the map of the Stanton system. They're expecting to give us Pyro, which is the next star system. There's supposed to be over 100 star systems eventually, but they chose this star system because it's the most diverse. What's the word I'm looking for? Biome-wise. So you got your water biomes, you got your desert biomes, you got your forest biomes, you got your icy biomes. Stanton is one of the most diverse. It has all the biomes essentially. So they have all of the, not all, but they have much of what they need to be able to put artwork visually in systems of every type moving forward. So for example, we're heading to Crusader right now. Crusader is a gas giant. We're never going to land on Crusader, but they did create a city entirely above it, which is pretty tight in and of itself. Next to that though, we're almost to Crusader. I love how you can see it loading in, it's zooming in. Then we get Daymar. Daymar is a moon of that gas giant. All those little points you see, those are landable. The key to me about what is going on in Star Citizen that nobody's ever done before is that you have one loading screen when you get into this game. You can go to any, if you see a thing, if you see a mountain, and you want to go there, go there. It's essentially what Hello Games is doing with Light No Fire. Light No Fire is one world. This game is multiple. This is us flying over a gas giant right now, so that we can get to a city and land and sell off all of our stuff. So that's also another thing. Getting from A to B, there's no like fast travels. The closest thing you have to a fast travel is a quantum jump, which takes you to quantum speed or quantum space, and system jump, which takes you to different star systems. All things that are standard in sci-fi. No teleportation though. Like you can't get from Orison here on Crusader all the way out to New Babbage or Port Tressor. You can't just teleport there. You have to fly that. You have to fly that. It takes a specific amount of IRL time to get there. You gotta do it. Love your stream. Thank you very much. I was there. Appreciate you for stopping in. Hey, have a great one, Cypher. Thanks for coming to hang out with us. Appreciate your Coffee Gaming. Welcome back with the 76 months of sub support.
This is the way.
Thank you very much. Now I understand why it's taking so long to get to a release point. Exactly, Lumpy. A lot of people like to get mad at this game because it's not done. But when you consider all the things that they're doing, it's no wonder it's not done. It can't be done yet. No game has tried to do what they're doing. All of this while they're developing another game entirely. They're developing Squadron 42, which is a single player experience. We just got a bunch of info in October about what's coming to Squadron 42, and then we found out that Squadron 42, which was literally the reason that they kickstarted this whole project. Squadron 42, one, is a star-studded cast. Henry Cavill, Mark Hamill, Mark Strong, John Rhys-Davies, Rona Mitra. I already said Henry Cavill, so like the Witcher's in there. But like all of these widely known people are on board because of what they're doing, because they're doing something different and they hired them to do it. And they were like, yeah, let's. So they've made this. We've been playing this for years, and they've done all of this. This is the multiplayer part, while making the single player part. And a bunch of the stuff that they showcased in October is going to be in our hands. They're aiming to give it all to us by summer. And Squadron 42 is not finished. Matthew Beverly, Squadron 42 is feature complete. And as someone who taught game design, the specifics about feature complete means that it's the gameplay elements that they want to put in there, all of the stuff that they want to add, like new, like they're not going to add in another like game mechanic, like salvaging is a game mechanic. They're not going to add any more of that. Right now they are in bug fix mode. They're fixing bugs. They're making sure it works as intended. Oh sweet, I was headed to the right place. And once they're done fixing bugs, then they're going to release it. And then the people who've been downing this game this entire time will see that there's a game released. And then maybe you don't have to doubt everything. But at the same time, like, so many games are giving us reasons to doubt their effort, that I understand when people get frustrated about this game. It's not done yet, but they're making tremendous progress in my opinion. And the fact that no one's tried to do it before is all the more reason why I want to see it succeed. So, in a nutshell, if you're wondering, DJ, why should I care about Star Citizen? For me, that's why. Oop, a little too far. This game requires way too much time and effort to make the average player want to play this game. You could say that about Escape from Tarkov. You can say that about Elite Dangerous. You can say that about Dark Souls. There's entire industries off of games that are too much for the average gamer. Dark Souls is too much for the average gamer. The average gamer would not play a Dark Souls in the way that they might consider playing something like a Street Fighter or Call of Duty. You say that about Warframe? Warframe also isn't done. Warframe was nowhere near what it is now when it launched. And Warframe is absolutely in a fantastic place right now. Absolutely. No questions. What I think about No Man's Sky? No Man's Sky is the absolute best comeback story in the history of gaming. The best. The absolute best. I have a Star Citizen account. Should I reinstall it? I don't think they're doing a free fly right now, but if you have a ship, when was the last time you played? That is how I will ask that question or answer that question, because that's going to be the crucial part. They hinted at people transport, but haven't said anything solid really. They threw the Phoenix out with the wink nudge of VIP transport. No, that's going to be in the game, which is why the because right now I have the Crusader C1 and the A1. The E1 is the civilian transport, if memory serves. I have a Titan. Thought it was just too hard to save money in the game for something better. They've got a lot of different mission types, Jeremy. Like, they've been adding to this game continuously for years. If you want to go do delivery missions, there's a bunch of those. $8 grand for this one. They got racing missions now. They got racing missions with buggies, so you can take like a Grey Cat buggy or a Steve on a racing trip and then see who wins. They got search and destroy stuff. They've got caves. They've got mining. They've got salvage now, which is the minute you get to 1.2 milli in game, get a vulture and go salvaging. Last week we did this week we did a salvage run that gave us like 230,000 credits in about an hour and a half, and that was just me talking to the stream, just chilling and mining or salvaging a ship and then breaking it apart and then munching up the rest of it. Maintenance, you got bounty hunter missions. If you want to go find somebody, go do work, go find random people, get some stuff. So this is actually a site like, thanks to a recent arrest, we've found the location of an active bounty by the name of Kunimichi Regs Ash. They're currently believed to be holed up at the Utopia on Yella. You've been authorized to enter the site, find them, and resolve the bounty. We have every reason to believe there will be other criminal elements on site, but for the moment, only Ash is your concern. Literally, go wreck people. Mercenary work. You want to go do some wet work? Go do it. Clear claim jumpers. Somebody has a claim to to a mining area or asteroid belt and somebody trying to take it. Security work assessment. Let's see. Initial contract. Go to security post Lespin. Shoot some people. The priority missions, confiscate contraband. That is literally Jumptown. We'll never go to Jumptown. Jumptown's not
I'll be
safe.
your contact with Hurston Security. As we explained in your mission outline,
I didn't accept any of this.
acquiring and delivering illegal
I played the space game before. I'm thinking about getting one. What you recommend to me? It depends on what you want to play. There's lots of space games to play. Mass Effect is a fantastic experience. And yeah, the missions that I'm seeing right now are baby missions, right? Like that's because I haven't done a whole lot. So like as we do more missions, we're gonna get more options to do more stuff. And the more stuff you do, like there is an entire reputation system. Delphi exists. So right now I'm mid on Blackjack, right? Like I have no level with them. Bounty Hunters Guild though, I'm level 3, working my way up. So like the more you do, the higher level you get, the more money you get for completing bounties, but also the more difficult those missions get. Typically Cuban Links, I stream noon to 6 p.m. Central, Monday through Friday. This is a late stream because I got caught up doing a bunch of IRL stuff for the house and for like holidays and with the fam. So I just went to hop on for a couple hours this evening, and we are at an hour and a half. So like, let me go ahead and store this vehicle. Oh yeah, this is my fleet. When I'm telling you like I have a lot of ships, not even playing. Sada, what up? Good to see you. It's been a minute. How you been? All right, so yeah, that's the scythe from referrals. Scorpius Antares, that is not mine. I wonder if that's a loaner for something. I don't think it is. The Scorpius I have. The Aurora MR is one I got just because I want to make sure I have a baby ship. I feel like some of these are still either loaners or like just giving everybody these during the event. The M50 I don't even remember having. The 600i I do have. The 350R was a gift when I first started playing. No, that's not a 350R. That's a 325. Then the 125, 100. We got the Mariah Razor, Fury, Reliant Mako because it's a news van. The Prospector because mining. The P-52 Merlin because it was a gift. The Sculin because it's an alien ship, fam. Of course I want to have the first really weird alien ship. Primarily Twitch, Matthew. Speria Glaive, which I might CC you into a galaxy because reasons. The Blade, we got the Vulture. One of these I rented, so I don't even know why the other one's still there. Cutter Rambler, we're giving away one of the Cutter Ramblers. I feel like I need to check with War to see if they gave us the info for the winner. Cuddy Black, I don't even know where this exists because I thought I CCU'd my Cuddy Black into the C1 Spirit because reasons. Those reasons. And then we got the.
Please visit us
I
again.
wasn't done.
Welcome.
How dare you?
To the ASOP vehicle
The Avenger Stalker
system.
because Avenger. The Avenger Titan. I don't even remember having a base Avenger Titan, but I do remember the Titan Renegade because fancy version of it. Gladius Valiant because Gladius. That was one of the referral rewards. The Reclaimer. Yeah, they're giving us a bunch of loaner ships because I don't have a Reclaimer. The Saber Raven I do have because Intel. Saber. The Vanguard Hoplite, don't own it. Anvil Arrow, I do have one of. C8 Pisces because I don't have one of these. I think I'm CCU'd my Pisces. I have an 85X though. And then we got a Carrick because Carrick. Hornet, feel like we have a Hornet. I don't feel like we have a Super Hornet. We may not have either one of those, but we do have a Lightning. We have an Anvil Hawk because Bounty Hunter. The Santiago I don't have. So that, yep, there's a bunch of stuff in here because of the event. Mustang Beta, I had to have a Bang Stack. Sorry, not sorry. The Mustang Gamma we got from one of the homies because it is the AMD racing ship. And I am an AMD Red Team member, which is the stream team, not the community name. The A1 Spirit because bombs. Because bombs. It was gone. Let's see, do I declare everyone's PvE 10 NPCs at the time they die before it's gone? Oh, rude. Around the spring, I do have a ship. I was wondering what was new since the last time I played. A decent amount, Jet. I know this update of 3.22 was specifically focused on salvage. So all the salvaging we just did, that didn't exist before this update. Also, I've completely forgotten where we were going. We were going to sell off the stuff at TDD, so we need to go to TDD. But I know somebody said Prospector platform, so that we can sell off some of the stuff. So let's see if we can get there quickly. because we are delaying. It's still late. I'm still trying to get off here shortly. All right, so let's hit the station. Hit the station. Providence platform is admin. Yeah, cool. So the shuttle station. Appreciate you, Fanatic. Cloud View Center. Providence platform. All right, cool. Oh, just in time. Nice. So we're going to Providence. We're going to Providence. 5 seconds. Man, we got here just in time. Johnny just got off. About to go to bed. Get some sleep, Kilroy. Appreciate you. One does not move quickly anywhere in Star Citizen. This is true. It's very true. They did some with Stamina 2. It happens. Cloud View, RCM, PP is admin construction. I do remember that the TDD is right next to the dorms and the hospital. But I've never been to the admin that I can remember. It makes sense it'll be in the fancy spot. If that's where we're headed. Where they have the giant, like... Oh no, this is the industrial joint. Yeah. I forgot completely about this one. Now I'm wondering if there's one that goes back the other way, so then we don't have to ride it all the way around. Because it might be that the fancy one is only in New Babbage. So I'm thinking of that one. Oh, and there is a shuttle that goes back the other way. Perfect.
Approaching next station.
Approaching
If
next
this is your
station.
stop, please prepare to disembark.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle
And
is
so someone's
preparing to
Hercules, so we're gonna use it to go to rock mining. Ooh. This is Providence, yeah? Man, this frame rate, getting them. Let me look at this map. Where's my, you are here. Nope, Providence Industrial Platform. Cool. Oh, it said to the left. Let's go to the left. Upper. Them uppies.
Be aware that there's a temporary work stop on line 04RN.
This is beautiful, man. Oh, right here. Perfect. Going up, all I had to do was look at this. So there we go. So select location, the vulture. All right, so construction materials. They got high inventory, but they giving me 6K per. Take them all. So that's 36 right there. Hey, have a good one, Kilroy. Appreciate you. And thanks for the follow, 1,000 yards. And then we get here, get this other 4. So 50, 60 grand right now. Just off the construction materials. Nice. And then we go back and slip on out.
Check needed at line 061.
Oh, so interesting there, line 61. Beep. Oh man, why did they even show it over there if we can't go? Wait, this must be it. Boom, player. Yeah. I'm wondering if it goes straight back to the
The
dorms.
shuttle is preparing to depart.
You are here. Oh, sweet. The next one is Cloud View, so I just need to go down here. Save myself the struggle. Man, I was about to take 2 stops for nothing. It was about to be 2 stops for no reason at all. Ridiculousness. Glad I caught it. You ride that same when you showed up and you go to TT? See. I'm glad I read. Because reading is fundamental. It's the most important thing. Simple HUD map inside the helmet wouldn't have killed them. I mean, they are working on the whole new map system, which we should be getting by summer. So like, when people ask, like, why do you care about this game? Because they're literally adding to it all the time. And yes, that is my face in game. It's not technically my head, right? Like, but like, they mocap my face with my webcam. My webcam is right here. I'm looking at it, my character. But let's put my face on right here. So, hey, yeah, Lego. Really think 2024 is gonna be huge for Star Citizen? It is. It's gonna be. Like, if like half the stuff that they say they want to put in the game will be in the game by summer. Like, if we get just the persistent personal hangers, the loot menu, literally it's gonna destroy everything. It's it. Done. It's done. We're done here. They optimize the game. I want to play. I got a good PC, but it's buggy. It's gonna be buggy later. But also they are working on implementing Vulkan implementation for the rendering system. And as of right now, really a lot of the bugs and the chug of the game is because we're on, like, they took what was the CryEngine and then changed it enough where they don't even call it the CryEngine anymore. They call it the Star Engine, because CryEngine was made for like maybe 20 square kilometers, and that's a lot of space in and of itself. And that would be stretching the CryEngine. This has whole planets, no load time. It's gonna be buggy. But once they put in the server implementation to where you can split your, I think it's very, I can't remember which one is heavy right now. I feel like it's CPU or GPU. But right now, once Vulcan gets in, and it's not going to rely on the server as much. So $127,250 just now from one haul. And that's, I feel like we emptied all the boxes, so that's good. One thing that makes this game amazing is the seamless transition. Do you not see me talking to people and then seeing them mocapping my face in real time? Like, did you skip that part? Like that, what? Huh? How? Excuse me? Like, huh? I feel like it's just time. Once tech catches up, this game will thrive. I feel like we are closer to that than a lot of people consider. Lender. First things first, it's time to slide, because I literally said once we turned in that money, we're done for the night. We just made 127 grand. Salvaged a 20K Connie last night, made 230 to 240 off it, as it should be. Also, you must have did that number claimer, because Vulture can't break that. What game is this? It's called Star Citizen. But yeah, with the amount of stuff that they're putting into the game that they're aiming to put in by summer, I don't foresee a future where they're not going to blow up real soon, because for all intents and purposes, they showcased during CitizenCon just a handful of things that will change the way this game is played. The master modes for flight are going to do some serious work and or numbers. That's just one. The new inventory system, as far as like looting other people and then taking their stuff, to the, not even just the persistent hangars, but the freight elevators to bring up your stuff. So if you chose to be at Orison, you can bring up other ships while your ship is in the hangar to make sure that you can, like, if you want to bring a ship and you want to have a little drive along to park in the back, like if we get my C1 and then we want to use the C1 and then we want to put like an X1 in it, we can do that. And they're aiming to put that in by summer. Being able to traverse in space by like swimming and not having to be standing moving forward, but like you would move in space like you would underwater. That's going to be in the game by summer. Pyro, the whole new star system, is releasing. They're aiming to do that in summer. So like, if you go back and watch any 3 presentations from CitizenCon, the new facial system, to where they're going to have it to where not only can we have beards, they're going to add locks, all of that, the showcasing of it, the way that you make faces, that's supposed to be in by summer. Like, that will be the last thing we do before. I'm gonna do this right now because we're talking about this. I'm gonna show you the stuff that they're intending to implement by summer, so that when we come back next week, it won't be a surprise, and we can all talk on a level playing field. Because goodness gracious, the amount of stuff that they're adding and intending to bring out with this next update is huge, and it's gonna be like 3 minutes.
Now,
Boom, I actually found exactly the spot where it does that, so perfect. So let's watch this and then we slide. So if you were curious about the amount of stuff that they're like, remember, before we start this, we got Jay with the lightning bolts, appreciate you. Before we start this, I've been telling people in this stream, in this community for years, once Squadron 42, the single player part of the game, is complete, that the rest of the game is going to get a huge increase, an explosion in content. Keep that in mind. The regulars in here know exactly what I'm talking about, but they just announced it going feature complete, which means that we're going to get a lot of developers switching over to this game from the other game they're working on.
Of course, Alpha 322 comes with more than just vehicles. There's structural salvage, openable cargo containers, new derelict settlements, new hairs for players, new maps for Arena Commander, and more. But since this
It
is
absolutely
our
has ever
last
since
episode of the
CitizenCon
year,
and PTU
we
patches
have a
alone.
tradition
Yep.
here at ISC of looking back at everything that's happened the last 12 months and reliving some of our favorite moments. And, well, look, 2023 was good. Great even if you gloss over that.
Oh wait, no, it's right about here.
Now, without talking specific dates, let's discuss what's being targeted and currently on track for release in just the first half of 2024.
Now keep in mind, he said the first half of 2024. So that could be anywhere in the first 6 months of next year. And that's considering that they're about to go on a holiday break right now. They already have. So
starting with master modes, the new way to pilot and operate ships we've been discussing since CitizenCon 2952. Now, whether that's every ship or a staggered rollout of groups of vehicles depends on
Appreciate
how
the
work
follow, Buck
progresses.
Clouds.
But it's a major change to the way spaceships operate in the persistent universe, and you can be
I think they took out
that
the
we'll
Ace Ventura
update on
here.
it more when the time comes.
it'll probably come back later.
And of course, when your ships aren't in flight, they can be stored in the newly persistent hangars that are arriving with freight elevators, freight kiosks, and the new cargo transaction system that we've shared on both ISC and this year's CitizenCon. Now, all combined, they form the next major evolution of cargo careers and will also have far-reaching, broader implications for the entire Star Citizen experience. And then outside of vehicles and hangars, there's also a variety of FPS combat improvements coming to the first half of 2024, with improvements to reloading, the weapon wear and misfire system, scopes and dynamic crosshairs and charge and drain, and even more we'll be able to show you once we return in the new year.
Chicago.
And then outside of strictly FPS combat, there are new player character features coming, like the updates to the EVA system, the visor and lens system, loot
Damn.
screens,
Look at
default
this.
item EVA system, the visor and lens system.
The
character
idea of
features
being
coming,
out in
like the
space.
updates to the
If you're a mechanic and you're out in space and you can't just like jump from one piece of a ship to another, it wouldn't make any sense to walk. Why would you use mag boots when you could use mag hands?
EVA system, the visor and lens system, loot screens.
That alone, fam. Think about going into a bunker mission. You took one weapon. Your weapon's out. They got one. You see theirs. Not only do you see theirs, you see the magazines they carry, you see the consumables they have, you see if they have any grenades, you see what other goodies they have in their inventory. So like that's a oxy pen, med pens, doesn't make a difference. But also this, you see their scopes. You can take their scopes and their muzzle suppressors if they have them, or their like buttstocks if they have them, because you can see that that's a stock upgrade, or just their whole web. Just drag it down and now it's yours, because they have 3 spots, which has been the case forever, but it's just so much easier of a view to look at it like this.
Default item interaction.
This changes everything. Just this. Default item interactions. So if you look at the screen right now, we've got, if you walk up to something you can pick up, their default is to carry that thing. I don't necessarily want to carry everything I look at. What if I want to put it in my pocket? What if I'm playing like, I'm trying to remember the name of the character from Rick and Morty, where he was just like walking in and just like, he was just like picking everything up, stuffing it in his pockets. You can like favorite store. So I could walk up to this sweet ship and just put it in my pocket. This new Inside Star Citizen episode, yes, this is the latest one, the last one of this year. So like they're aiming to give us this before summer, which one of the biggest things that people who are new to Star Citizen have issue with is figuring out how to do things. And right now, holding F to do things is holding a lot of people back. So being able to choose the default thing. So if I want to walk up to this and put it in my pocket, I can just favorite store as my default item interaction. Put that narwhal in my pocket, put the ship in my pocket, put whatever that is in my pocket, put that bag in my pocket. And now I just have more stuff in my pockets. What if I want to go take all those to a random shop and then sell it all? What up, ODB? Y'all.
And the personal interaction.
That alone. Being able to look at a button and not have to hold the F key and click to press a button. Just being able to tap the F key. Boom. Elevator's on the way. Do you understand how much time that is going to save us? We can go look at a body and then hopefully make the default item interaction to drag. So if we are in the middle of gunfights, our first move to not have to worry about picking up our buddies is to favorite drag, and you drag your buddy to safety.
System, and there's even new shopping and mission apps in development now. And while we're talking about apps, the first half of 2024 is also currently scheduled to see the arrival of our
new facial system,
our new character customizer with things like tattoos.
We've been wanting tattoos for
piercings,
years.
Scars, and yes, Virginia, it's true, beards.
We've been waiting for beards
As
for years.
How many and of what kind, only Andre knows for sure. But you can bet we're going to ask him sometime around
with all
March.
that play, sometimes
And
it's
then,
hard,
of
I'm
course,
sure.
If you're in game, there's also a little thing called Mobiglass.
Mobiglass is an amazing system, but it is showing its age. The idea that they had this working for Squadron 42 for so long is absolutely wild. The idea that now that Squadron 42 is complete, they can pull this over into Star Citizen. We're going to have this as our interactions. Like, just at a glance, I used to work at UI, fam. There is so much on the screen right now. If you were on the clock, you could see that right now there is a skeleton. This little thing leads to an entire skeleton that shows you what your bone structure looks like. So when you're injured, very much like Tarkov, I imagine, your arm is destroyed. You probably are going to see a big red glow on that arm. Probably going to see some cracks in the bones. We see that our primary ship right now is the Carrack. Our hydrogen's at 99%. Quantum is full up. Ballistic weapons, we're out of ammo for it. Ordnance, we don't see any. It might be that we don't necessarily know because we have no connection to the ship right now. We may have other connections, but our connection is lost to that ship maybe. There's very low radiation. The air pressure is shown. The atmosphere is safe to breathe. The temperature right now is 21 degrees Celsius. I get the feeling they're going to let us change that to Fahrenheit if we want. The gravity is 1G. We can see that this is bone. Their rank or situation is Starman. Home on the Mobiglass, they got logs, which is where you're going to find all of your journal information, your personal status. It's probably this screen. The messages are going to let you know when you get emails from people like, hey, you got this thing waiting for you at the shop, or your insurance's claim is going through. You got your mission manager, so we can go get your jobs. You got your star map, so they move the position of the star map from all the way on the left to closer to all the way on the right. And you got the Galactic P, where you can walk around with it at all times.
Wow. Renewing that U-boat.
Welcome back, Brian Cortijo. Welcome back. Appreciate the 41 months of sub support.
This is the way.
Great to see you. So next up, we also see our notifications for missions or whatever it is that we're working on right now. And then we got the current objectives where you can see not only your primary objective, but your sub objectives. This is a lot. The idea that they're giving us this by summertime is silly to me.
And an awfully big thing called Star Map.
The star map is the biggest problem in Star Citizen to getting around. The idea that in the star map, there are places that you can go that you don't have the map for. You can download the map. When you get there, you might have to wait to talk to somebody specific to get the map. The map might be wrong, but it's going to be a much more detailed map than we currently have, which will give us the chance to have a mini map. From the looks of things, we'll be able to do a whole lot easier situation to select places we're trying to go. The biggest thing that I'm hoping that we get to do is mark a place as the place that we're trying to go next without having to sit into the cockpit of a ship. And yes, this is the new map for Star Citizen. And yes, interior maps are going to be in here. Exterior maps, you'll be able to see a whole lot more about the planetary detail. This is absolutely ridiculous. And we can see that right now, that looks like an icon for our teammates. That looks like an icon for waypoints. Which leads me to believe that we'll be able to set a waypoint. And the key to that waypoint is if we can quantum travel to that waypoint, do you understand how much easier traversal is going to be in Star Citizen by this summer? This is expected to, they are targeting the beginning of the first half of 2024. We literally have been talking about stuff since we were here. We're talking about master modes on the ships. We're talking about the new persistent hangars, the ability to use the freight elevators to pull up a bunch of your stuff that you already own from the bottom of persistent hangars, like beneath the surface of the planet. Then we're looking at the new traversal system with EVAing. Then we're looking at the new facial feature system with tattoos and beards. And now we're at the star map.
They're both getting their big updates in the first half of next year.
The first half of next year. Why are you knocking my stuff down, Doug? I don't think Cora likes me right now. But all of this that we were talking about right now, the first half of next year. That is all a lot. Travel can be a bit challenging. I mean, it's going to be challenging. But this is fantastic. Is it bad that my fevered brain looks at Star Citizen and says if enough people work together on purpose, this will make a ridiculously detailed Star Trek MMO? Not that I'm looking to change the game from what it is, but a cat can dream. Brian, we regularly talk about how the fundamentals that they put into this engine would be fantastic for not only a Star Trek MMO, they could do a Star Wars MMO, because they already have all of the places that we would need for the basis of either of those things. But again, Squadron 42 is the thing that they've been working on behind the scenes, and it is not to be slapped on that we're going to get all of these updates to Star Citizen within 8 months of them announcing that Squadron 42 is feature complete. They couldn't put these things into the verse until they knew they were done enough for us to use them, and they wouldn't give them to us until they were ready, because they know if they put it in and people got used to it now and they change it again, it's going to be another thing that people are going to use as ammunition to roast them for. So it's genius. They've been working on 2 games for 10 years, and people have been giving them the entire time. Now we're starting to see the fruits of their labor, the things that they've been doing behind the scenes that they couldn't show us because of stuff like this. This was like a week or 2 ago. We only learned about most of these updates, most of these upgrades to the game. We only found out about them 2 months ago.
And have I mentioned those enormous distribution centers that'll be the new microcosm homes for every gameplay and mission feature that exists in Star Citizen, as well as the 4, 5, 6, let's just say several new and updated vehicles that are making their way to the persistent universe in just the first 6 months of 2024?
First 6 months.
I did.
Just now.
Now you can check those off.
Patty with the follow, appreciate you. Gilly as well, thanks.
Okay, so real talk. CIG hat back on.
I love how you
Now,
see the same
you're
hat.
probably looking at your screen and saying to yourself, what about Pyro and 4.0? Well, don't fret. The things that we just covered are those that aren't too dependent on continuing foundational tech work like server meshing. So we feel pretty confident in targeting everything that we just shared for the first 6 months. But when it comes to something as enormous as the complete Pyro system in Alpha 4.0, well, that's where the new preview channel comes into play. Now that said, Alpha 4.0 is currently targeting a summer 2024 release, but that
4.0 includes Pyro, the entire system. Corey, appreciate the follow. The entire Pyro system.
won't mean that you have to wait until then to play it or learn more about it. That's because in 2024, we'll continue doing play tests like the one we just completed, and you'll be able to follow along with its development firsthand on the preview channel. That's the planets, moons, space stations, settlements, and outlaw lifestyle that comes within the Pyro system, but also an entire host of additional new features, content,
True
and
indeed,
quality
Black Wolf.
of life improvements like
Summer could be August.
fully
Don't care.
functional jump points, the new quantum travel system, new
Summer does not include September. If they delayed Pyro until CitizenCon and then announced that Squadron 42 was done, I would not care. How many of us would care if they delayed Pyro? If they needed an additional month to give us all of that stuff, and then said, "Yeah, we're gonna fully release Pyro at CitizenCon," and then at CitizenCon when they release Pyro, oh yeah, Squadron 42 is done. Even if they were like, "Hey, look, Squadron 42 is almost done," I feel like they're gonna launch Squadron 42 at a CitizenCon. It just makes sense. But also, it would make sense to release Squadron 42 around Luminalia time. So I fully expect that we probably won't get Squadron 42 just to give them a good estimate of giving them a lot of time to fix bugs, because we don't know how big it is. I would say we're probably going to get Squadron 42 in 2025. hopefully nowhere around the GTA launch. I sincerely hope that we get this game next year. I would hope that we get this game next year. But think about it. All of the stuff that they just showed us at CitizenCon is all of the stuff they just got done talking about. We didn't know about most of that until just at CitizenCon 2 months ago. And they're like, oh yeah, all that stuff we just showed you 8 months.
New vehicle
And yeah,
HUD and
functional
MFD
jump
work,
points.
resource
Wild.
management, hacking, and much, much more, all being worked on in tandem. The preview channel will let you and us test 4.0 together while maintaining the stability of the persistent universe with all those other great additions we just discussed. And then, in the summer of 2024, 2 become 1, and we can avoid that thing that didn't quite go the way that we'd hoped.
I feel like they're talking about a 4th of July stream, and if that's the case and they keep talking about it like now, then if they're aiming for 4th of July to be the time frame that they drop Pyro.
The holiday live stream?
And then, just because we're cheeky, there are still some things better left for you to discover on your own. And don't forget, we haven't even talked about the back half of the year yet. All in all, 2024 is shaping up to be the watershed year for Star Citizen. And if we've learned anything
I love the
this
amount of
year,
hats he's
it's
playing
that
around with.
through the trials of 318 to the successes of CitizenCon and everything in between, before that and coming up next, Star Citizen is a project that continues to iterate, to evolve, and to embody an experience you simply can't find anywhere else, whether that's in the universe or within our community that makes all this possible. So thank you for helping us reach the heights that we have, and buckle up for the journey still ahead. We're in for one hell of a year. For Inside Star Citizen, I'm Jared Huckabee. Thanks for letting us share the process of game development with you, and we'll see you all here next year.
I could keep talking, but I feel like you already know what's up. I get the feeling y'all already understand where I'm at with this. They literally have set it up with stuff that we didn't know about until 2 months ago. And then they were just like, oh, that stuff that we just told you about 2 months ago. There you go. You're going to have that real soon. Fam, do you understand how much I'm going to live in this game once a portion of that hits? A portion. And I understand, K-Mac. Situational. Either you be tired of hearing me talk about it, or you might be tired of the game. Either way, I'm excited about it. And they are regularly making it a reason for me to be excited. Producing them all the time. So I could sit here and talk all day, but I'm going to slide, fam. We are likely to not be back until after Christmas. But we may sneak in the stream. I don't know. We'll find out. Either way, I greatly appreciate you. If you're here right now, there are tens of thousands of streams you could have gone to, but you decided to stop in this one, and for that I am greatly and truly appreciative. Your follows, cheers, tips, subs, resubs, lurks, raids, gifted subs, lightning bolts like Jay Ramsey dropping right now. You are the reason that I get to remain a full-time entertainer and be this excited so blatantly and publicly about Star Citizen and other games I'm excited about. If it were not for you and your support, I wouldn't be here living this dream that I have. And also, don't forget, your boy was in a commercial just now. Alienware just put out a commercial on Twitter. And your boy is in it. Your boy is in it. You may not believe me. We're going to find this video. I'm literally about to play it. I'm scrolling the Alienware page because it's here. Damn! Why y'all hide my video, man? Where that? I wonder if it's Team Liquid. Tag and Alienware. I think it's probably it. And if you're talking about the video we just watched for Star Citizen, that is on the Robert Space Industries YouTube account. Yep, it was a Team Liquid video. My boss. But before we go fully,
I have a mighty need!
need something to connect the squad during the holidays? Alienware has you covered. Oh! Stay in touch with your team this year using Alienware's 920H headset.
What up, fam? Let's go and get some dubs while you're at it.
Let go. Let go. All right, seriously, fam. In case we don't see you, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic holiday season. I look forward to seeing you, hopefully before or after. Either way, Nelson, you have a great one as well. I appreciate you, fam. But no, like, for real, y'all are the reason for the season. I am greatly appreciative. If it wasn't for this community, I wouldn't have been in the commercial just now. I wouldn't be on Team Liquid. And yes, I am on Team Liquid, which is still wild to me. But I appreciate you. And I hope to see you Tuesday at the latest, because we're going to be back. We're not going anywhere. Like, the stream is here. That's what we do. It's what we do. So thank you again. Thank you for your support. Thank you for giving me a reason to continue being an entertainer. I appreciate you. And if we don't see you, I hope you have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, whichever holiday you spend. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Kwanzaa. And if there's another holiday and I missed it, my apologies. Either way, be excellent to one another. I appreciate you. And we'll see you soon.